It's recording! I'm recording. Hello all, MikeRo Munch here, and welcome to another episode of my FM18 West Ham save, Getting Hammered. Today, it's the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg against Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough, and a game against Manchester City in the Premier League. I'm going to show you how we're getting off the camera because I'm quite excited. And that's because since our last episode where we had the triple header against Leverkusen, Palace and Chelsea, which we all won without conceding a goal, I might add, we then went and beat Liverpool 2-0 at home. Moise Keane and Kenneth Brenner striking up a nice little partnership up front to rival the Art Brenner one. And then we got hammered 4-0 against Arsenal. It just seems that Arsenal, we just trade it. When we're away at the Emirates, we get hammered. Quite literally, and then when Arsenal come to the London Stadium, they get hammered. So it's literally just a trade-off. Whoever the home team is basically wins. We actually didn't do too bad in the game. Pretty much the entire game we dominated in terms of match stats. In terms of highlights, but we just couldn't finish. Keane and Brenner had just shocking misses. We also had a goal wrongly ruled out for offside, which even the FA and that admitted afterwards, so I was pretty peeved off. We did follow that up with a convincing 5-0 win against Sheffield United. Fiat Arp getting back on the score sheet and getting two. Matthias de Ligt, Kenneth Brenner and Constantine Susiu adding in the other goals. Brenner was again on the score sheet in a 3-1 win against Chelsea at home, which has actually lifted us to top of the table. Lucas Toussaint and Felix getting the other goals. We battered them, to be honest. Chelsea were not near the races, and N'Golo Kante got sent off halfway through the second half, which made life a lot easier. And then we had a 3-0 win against Aston Villa in the FA Cup third round. Like I said, today is the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. I'm hoping we can get it done then, so we don't have to watch the Carabao Cup semi-final leg 2. Because that would be not a waste of an episode, but it kind of feels like if we can get this one done, we'll be fine. Home form, I don't think we've dropped a point at home yet this season, so touch wood. That continues. We are first in the Premier League, but only by a point from Chelsea, and it is just so close at the moment. Everyone down to Arsenal in 5th can probably win it. Even Liverpool are only 9 points behind. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is also, by the way, is the guy who did most of the damage in the Arsenal game. I might try and sign him. Speaking of transfers, Sergio Oliveira has now gone to Watford. It's a bit disappointing, but he came to me. Obviously, he's a big leader in the dressing room. Came over to me and just said that he was disappointed by the lack of first-team football. And honestly, when I looked at our midfielders, I can't fit him in. I just can't fit him in anymore. He's good, but he's not as good as what we have. So I let him go for £14 million, which I think is a pretty good deal. And we will reinvest that as we see fit. I've already got a player in mind. Hopefully we'll sign him during this episode, and I won't ruin the surprise for you just yet. So, on with the games. This is going to be the same lineup that we had against Aston Villa. It's a bit of a changed one, but I think it probably will do the job. I hope I'm giving Sheffield Wednesday enough credit. Uche's in goal with Emerson Diallo, Felix and Emre Can at right back. Toussaint and Drinkwater in the middle. Keane, Loftus-Cheek and Sisto are in behind Brill, Donald and Bowler, who's fresh off of getting a brace against Villa. I'm actually going to put him as a centre forward rather than advanced forward. The City game is so crucial because they actually smashed Chelsea 5-1 before we played Chelsea, so they're obviously in really good touch, and we need to make sure that we are too, that we're ready for them basically. So I'm going to tell the boys that we should be winning this one fairly comfortably if we play our game. Not been the best start from us, but we seem to have control of one of the first highlight, the first highlight of the game. It's Danger spreads the ball out to Moise Keane, and he cuts inside. Back to the Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Nice ball out to Emre Can. We should get some quality from Emre on the right hand side. Nice ball to Sisto. He whips it to the back post. Keane heads it just over the bar. Unfortunate. For a guy who's got 16 finishing, he literally just cannot score. He literally just cannot finish unless it's a sitter. Or a pile driver. He just does not score. It'd be nice to win the Carabao Cup. It's not the end of the world if we don't win it, but I feel like when we're in this position and with the other teams that we've got left in the competition, which I believe is Leicester and Brighton, we should really be looking to win this, do you know what I mean? If we don't win it today, at this leg, I think we'll probably do very well at home. We tend to beat most teams that come back to the London Stadium, but it'd be nice to try and get the job done today if we could. 10 minutes to go at half time, we've actually genuinely not really done a lot. We had that Moise Keane chance. Other than that, it's been pretty poor, and I'm getting a little bit worried that we're not going to see this through. Remember, they beat Arsenal 8-1. We lost to Arsenal 4-0, so it's not really saying much for us at the moment. They're a pretty good team, Sheffield Wednesday, and maybe I haven't given them enough credit. As Loftus-Cheek cuts a nice ball inside to Pio and Sisto. Nice to see him back in a West Ham shirt as well. Drinkwater plays the ball to Brill, Donald and Bolo. Yeah, I could see the pass, but not quite Brill. Is Calvert-Lewin going to beat Felix to the ball? Not quite. Felix has got it. Loftus-Cheek. This has got Keane. Moiser. Keane plays a nice ball to Sisto. Oh, Wildsmith nearly rebounds it into his own net. That was better from us there, but that was a bit more probing. Not playing to our usual standard today. The backup brigade has been so good this year. It's one of the things I've been most impressed about all the way through. I think I'm going to tell the boys that I'm not happy with the performance, and then we'll send them back out. But I have got a plan. And the worst comes to us, and Bolo's not having a good game up front, so I think I've got a plan of what I can do to sort that. He's much better as a right winger than he is as a centre forward. So what I've done is I've taken Lucas Toussaint off. P.M. Sisto has now switched to right back. Emre Can into the ball-winning midfielder. And Brill Donald has gone out to the right. Dominic Solanke is now up front. I don't want to say we're in the danger zone just yet, but I kind of do get the impression that we're struggling to break this team down. Highway to the danger zone. Love that song. Goodmanson out on the right hand side. I can see the runs Martinez is trying to make. He just keeps peeling off his man. Him and Calvert-Lewin are a very pacey looking outfit up front. Dangerous. Oh, Emre, you haven't, have you? Emre Can's managed to get himself sent off. Okay. That is not ideal. It's not often we get a red card. But it's usually either Emre or bloody Toussaint. Jesus. Now what? I've given Brill Donald and Bolo his chance and he's not taking it. So what we're going to do is we're going to move Olbeck back into the midfield position. He's going to play as a central midfielder on support. We'll get Danny Drinkwater playing as a deep line playmaker on defend. And we're going to move Moise Keane up front with Dominic Solanke. I don't know, I'm telling them to get creative. I still think that we can win. I usually back us to score in any game. To not score is pretty poor. And it's full time. 0-0. Apologies, viewers. Very drab. I'm going to tell them that it was unlucky. It wasn't really. They were really poor. Not what we needed and not what I expected. Leicester beat Brighton 3-1, so I think it's safe to say that's who is going to be in the final. I was going to say we're going to play in the final, but after watching that, I'm not too sure now. It's left the tie quite open, but I do think we'll be fine at home. We always tend to win at home, so I'm not as confident as I was, but I still think we'll be alright. Next up is going to be Manchester City away at the Etihad. But before the City game, welcome our new signing at right back. With Kenny Tete wanting to potentially leave two opponents, Manchester City, I feel it's best that we get in another good right back. As you can tell in the last game, I had a choice of Reece Oxford, Emre Can or PM Sisto to play at right back. It is a problem position in terms of backup. This guy might even be a backup, but he might be better than Kenny Tete. Welcome Alvaro Odriozola. In from, I believe it's Sociedad, I think. But he's obviously signed for Real Madrid. I think in real life, this guy could be brilliant. I mean, I look at this and I just get incredibly excited, especially physically. Look at this: 16 acceleration, 17 pace, 14 natural fitness, strength is 13, stamina 15, crossing 16, dribbling 15, concentration 16 is important as well. His heading could do a bit of work. It's only at 9, but overall, he's pretty decent. So here we are, viewers, our game away at the Etihad. We will be keeping an eye on all the other top 4 contenders. As you can tell from the old past meetings, it is even Stevens between us and City. Pretty similar to us and Arsenal. I'm pretty sure every time they come to our gaff, we give them the once over, and every time we go to the Etihad, they give us a bit of a hammering. So all to play for. In terms of the lineup, I think we're going to... Button's got to be in goal. I think what we're going to... What do I do? I think in terms of the lineup, what we're going to do, then we're going to Butland in goal with Van Dijk, Oxford and De Ligt as the back 3. Bernat and Tete are the wing backs. Toussaint, Olbeck in midfield with Sissou, Opp and Brenner. Odriozola is not... actually, I've got to quickly register him. Hang on. So we'll register Odriozola, but he won't be on the bench just yet. The hard call here was actually whether to put in Felix or Matthias de Ligt. De Ligt's not been great, but he is coming off the back of a good performance against Sheffield United. No, we're going to go with that, but we are going to start off on the counter. We're going to try and be as pragmatic as possible. It's going to be so difficult. That's not Fernando Torres. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, Christ, that's Ferran Torres. If they're Fernando Torres, I wouldn't be worried. Odriozola has been left out, but I just need him to kind of learn to be with the team a bit more before I just chuck him in at the deep end against City. He'll probably play in some of the lesser games, as it were, beforehand. But we're off and underway, and let's just hope we can come away. I'd be very happy if we could just come away with a draw. I'd be happy. 15 minutes gone, not one highlight yet. It's all very tense. It's immensely quiet in this room. I'm jabbering away, but I am focused today. Come on, boys. We just need 1 minute of Brenner and Art magic. There is a highlight. 37 minutes in as Spurs equalise, which is irritating. Less of that though. We've got to think about this. Sane whips a lovely ball across the pitch to Henriks. You just look at their team and it's just so good. That's good from work from Toussaint. Arp, can he shield it? Done well there. He's played a nice one to Sissu. He finds Kenny Tete. He's got a bit of competition now, right back. Will be good for him, I think. Brenner, he's past his man. I see Arp in the middle. You have to square it. Brenner, Arp, gotcha in. There it is. There's the counter-attack goal. It's a classic West Ham move. The long ball to the flank. Tete plays in Arp or Brenner down the channel. Brenner this time down the channel, and he squares it over to his partner in crime. That is a classic West Ham. It's all about the pace from Arp. So Brenner, Christ, how am I getting them mixed up? It's because I keep seeing Arp's name at the top. I'm all over the place. I'm just excited that we're ahead. Come on. And I've adapted the tactics slightly. It'd be a big feather in my cap if this pays off. It is half time. It's a stellar piece. And Newcastle have just equalised against Chelsea. Oh, don't get me too excited. Right, passionately say, please how things are going. Keep this up. They brought on another striker. They've gone 2 up top. They've gone 4-4-2. We've made them change formation. Sissu is having a poor game. I'm going to bring on Brill, Donald and Bolo, who's not natural as an attacking playmaker, but he can play there. This is going to be a very short episode this rate. There's been bugger all highlights, but in all honesty, the longer that continues for me, the better. Oh no, there's a highlight. Is it going to be an equaliser for City, or are we going to see this out? Abel Ruiz down the left hand side, he cuts inside, he tees it to De Bruyne, great block, great save from Butland, great clearance. Ooh, danger, come on. Oh, there's another highlight. 82nd minute, just going into the 83rd. Abel Ruiz looks to have changed the game a bit since he's come on. Emerson needs to win that. He hasn't. Torres has got it. He paces away down the right. What a block. Oh, what the... Oh, come on. We're going to get done by that. Oh. Tierney threw it to Abel Ruiz. He played a lovely ball. Emerson missed it. He needed to win that. And that is some bollocks. That is some grade A bollocks right there. We're going direct. Bugger this. Been on the back foot all game. It's been such a good performance. I'd still take a 1-1, but like, oh, you're just to that. Oh no. Dreesy's in behind. Oh, he's missed. And Spurs have just taken the lead. Oh, it's 1-1. It's full time at the Etihad. I highlighted him before the game thinking he was Fernando Torres. He certainly is not Fernando Torres. Did you see that? Wasn't our best performance, but we did alright. I'm going to tell the boys that they were unlucky. No one's really reacted. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I cannot believe we've been done by that. That sees us drop into second place. City still in touch. We're still in touch. Ultimately, it's a good away point. It's a point away at a top 4, if you want top 6 rival. But it's just... It could have been so much more. So when we look at the table then, that does leave us the 1 point behind Chelsea. City are only 3 points behind, as are Arsenal and Tottenham. And even Liverpool now are 8 points behind. It is so close. It's so close. First time in a while that none of our players are in the goals or average rating. It shows you sort of like the level that everyone else has jumped up to now. Last year we were a class apart. This year our big hitters are not playing as well as they were. Brenner's still been pretty good, but your big hitters like Arp and You know, we had Loftus-Cheek who played well last year. You know, we had Felix was absolutely outstanding. Tete was good. You know, this year we're just a bit off it. But I honestly, with the way we started the season, I'm glad that we're here now, because we could be in a much worse position. It could be a lot worse. I'll take the gamble, and apologies if you wanted to watch the second leg, but I think we all kind of know, touch wood, that we're probably going to win the second leg. So next episode will be the away game in the Champions League against Juventus, and I think we'll follow Everton afterwards, because we've already seen West Brom earlier on in the season. We'll negotiate what we're going to do about that Tottenham, Man United, Juventus lineup afterwards. Obviously, I want to show both bits of the Champions League knockouts. It's just a bit of a shame that I'm just running out of time. Thank you so much for watching the episode. Apologies there wasn't that much in the way of action in this one. I know we're accustomed to at least, you know, about 10-15 goals an episode with me in the way that we play. But thank you for watching it. It will be better the next one, because we're playing away at Juve, and I can see that. It might be a 5-3 like it was last year, who knows. But thank you for watching the episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do like, share and subscribe. And until I see you again away in Italy, stay cool.